I'm here with Toby Madden from the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis. Toby just spoke at a business breakfast, and I wanted to ask him a couple questions. So, Toby, thank you for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me, Barbara. Rosanne, sorry?
That's all right.
Okay, sorry about that, Rosanne.
It's okay. Tell me how we got into this stuff.
Well, it's kind of complicated, but basically people were lending money with the assumption that the government was going to bail them out. And because of that, the people that would borrow the money took on excessive risk.
Right. What's the Federal Reserve Bank doing?
Well, we're trying to make sure that the financial system is safe and sound, and we're providing liquidity. That first answer I provided about people lending money and expecting the government to bail them out was written about in a book called Too Big to Fail that was written by Gary Stern and Ron Feldman 5 years ago. And so if you get this book, you can get more detailed information about how they saw that the incentives were messed up and that people were lending money expecting that the government was going to pay them back. And so the Federal Reserve is providing liquidity to the marketplace, the financial marketplace, to make sure that the system turns out to be safe and sound.
What do we need to do so it doesn't happen?
Well, what we need to do is to make sure to change incentives so that if people are going to be lending money, they got the risk that they can lose that money. When that happens, then people will be more careful about who they lend to, and you won't get a lot of speculation and risk-taking borne by the government.
So what does it mean for our local economy, the real economy?
Well, there was kind of a misallocation of resources over the last few years because of these incentives that were kind of skewed. And so there was a lot more home building that people were buying homes, etc. And that adjustment's been occurring. However, there's still a lot of losses that have occurred over the last few years that need to work itself out. And as a result, that's affecting the real economy, employment and unemployment. Employment is expected to go down and unemployment is expected to go up over the next few quarters. However, the good news is that the consensus forecast of economists is that output will increase in the third quarter and fourth quarter of this year.
That's great. Any other signs of recovery that we can look for?
Yes, it appears that the housing market has reached pretty much new bottom on the production side, that the excess inventory of houses is being worked through, and so that there is some hope that the housing market will start recovering.
Thank you for your time this
All
morning.
right, see you, Rosanne.
Thank you very much.